myself, avoid the society, cancel plans with everyone I know.
Welcome back to the GSL. This is Tasis and Artosis. And we just saw pretty awesome series back there. 2-0, but still pretty exciting.
You know,
Bo, I don't know if these guys can be stopped. I'm
maybe
a little
not.
bit worried.
I gotta say, they really have good mental conditioning, especially this Choya kid. He's talking about how nervous he is, and he really puts a lot of thought into it and how to make himself less nervous. Things like sure victories, things like talking to himself in the booth because he's seen other pro gamers do this to calm himself down. And that's actually a huge part to being a pro gamer is the mental aspects. A lot of people lose because of themselves, not because of their opponents.
That's very true.
I was quite charmed by his answers in that interview, Tasteless.
Those are good answers, actually. A lot of it is about conditioning. It's funny, actually, on that note that you were saying that, I remember watching Guillaume Patry when he first started playing StarCraft 2, and one of the things I noticed, it was different from him and other people that were playing. And if you guys don't know who Guillaume Patry was, he was the original best StarCraft 1 player. And he played random, is that he talks to himself while he's playing the game. He talks what he thinks about the unit. He just kind of says it to himself.
Yeah.
Not like he was talking to me. I was playing next to him at his apartment. But I was thinking to myself, oh, that's actually probably a really good way to learn.
That is actually very true. That's one of the reasons why the Korean scene always seems to pull ahead of the non-Korean scenes, because the non-Koreans are scattered about and they don't actually talk the game over. When you talk something out, talk it over. That's why they say teaching something is the best way to learn it. Because when you say it out loud, it reasons out in your mind. So really interesting stuff there. But let's talk about our players. This is Destination, the Terran player. Not on any team yet. Don't really have a whole lot of information on him.
He likes to use medevacs a lot, and he's pretty confident against Protoss, which is too bad because he's against a Zerg.
Yep.
He is not crazy about the map Scrap Station, and unfortunately that's our first map, and he was really hoping to get a map, a game on Zelnaga Caverns, but we don't have that, so
for like
Destination,
the first time ever.
Yeah, no kidding. I think I have to make a wish when I don't cast a game on Zelnaga Caverns. It's a pretty rare and unique thing. But, you never know. Some of these new guys turn out to be the best of all. Just because they're not known doesn't mean they're not good. And of course, not being known is going to be quite the opposite of our other player.
Yeah.
Who we're going to get a shot of in a minute here. Warcraft 3, top Korean player.
Yep.
Not quite up there with Moon, but right around there.
Oh, yeah. He's like, no one's up there with Moon, but Czech is just a legend in Warcraft 3,
Yeah. And we're going to get
such a great job, such an old school player.
Yeah.
Here he is, a Hydralisk, and there he is, a Czechalisk.
A Czechalisk. Czech, one of the guys that was playing more than anybody when the game came out right in the beta.
Yeah.
I think he literally had, I want to say he was one of the most played, he played one of the most out of almost anybody out there on the Korean server.
Yeah.
He was ranked number 2 for a long time out of all the Koreans.
Yes.
He started to falter off a little bit here. And he's hoping to prove himself again here in the round of 64 and get as far as he can. I believe he made it to the round of 16. Does that sound right?
I believe so.
In last season. We cast so many games here.
I have to say, I have a lot of respect for Czech, more than I have for most StarCraft 2 pro gamers. He works unbelievably hard. He doesn't rest on his laurels even a little bit. He was a top Warcraft 3 player, and for some people they think, all right, I was top of this game, I'll just be top of this game. No. Czech is actually like, well, I was top of that game, this is a new game, I am going to play all day, every day, I am going to put myself in completely, and even being an older pro gamer, up at 25, he is practicing like these young kids do.
Yeah.
Like these young kids that we
Oh my God. Oh God.
Is that a guy with a bag on his head?
I have no idea. That is actually just terrifying.
I have to go.
I think...
I'm afraid of clowns.
I was about to say, it's
No, I'm not.
It's a very...
I'm not afraid of clowns.
Scary clowns.
Stop photoshopping the pictures. More guinea pig ones would be fine, but come on.
The guinea pig pictures have been pretty funny.
Yeah, they have. Thanks, Reddit.
Yeah, I wasn't wasn't always a big fan of clowns, ever since they killed my father. No, I'm just making that up.
I met your father a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he's actually going to be back in Korea in about 2 weeks. He wants to take you out to dinner, by the way.
Excellent.
You and me.
I love to eat dinner.
That's
perfect.
You like food? I like food, too.
Yeah.
All right, that clown is taking us off course. We're going to get the maps up here in just a little bit. And I think it's going to be kind of a difficult situation for Destination. I'm assuming he might have named himself not after necessarily the word destination, but the popular StarCraft 1 map.
You know, there was a pro gamer called Destination.
Oh, was there?
In StarCraft 1. I don't know if this is him.
I don't know.
To look into that.
This guy is he's like 17.
Could be. Could be.
U.S. age. So
I think Destination was actually a very new player, considering it was a semi-new map. So I don't know.
Find out.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that afterwards. You know, there's two angry nerds on the forums like, you didn't look into it before? No, I've been casting 9 best of 3s a day. I didn't look into it before.
We have stat sheets to tell us that stuff for us. Not on here, so I'm just going to assume it's a new guy. Just going to go out there.
All right.
We'll
assume it's not
take a shot in the dark.
We might. Well, if the guy has like insane, macro, insane mechanics, and plays like a faux you, he might be an old StarCraft 1 pro.
Could be.
That's how we'll be able to tell.
All right, let's look at the maps now in this series: Scrap Station, Steps of War, and Lost Temple.
Yeah. Steps of War and Lost Temple. Those are 2 maps that Zergs love to thumb down. Scrap Station. That's one that Terrans like to thumb down occasionally. You know, they really vary more in the maps that they like to thumb down. But of course, the ledge on Lost Temple could be a problem. But we've seen some interesting ways people have been dealing with ledges in this tournament. But the Steps of War map might be seeing a cheese from Czech on that map. Last time he played it, I believe he 6-pooled, which did not work out so well.
At all. Well, Steps of War, it's an interesting map. But, well, I guess we're going to talk about that later because the game's about to start. All right, come on, Czech, let's load. Oh, no, it's you again, Dan.
No, it's not.
Oh, must have been the ref's computer.
Don't you ever accuse me of that.
Me and my computer load fine. Up here in the red. Oh, that came fast. They're coming faster and faster. I think the Korean announcer's getting quicker to introducing them. All right.
It's more common on the newer players. I think they just have less to say.
Over here in the blue is our former War 3 pro, known as none other than
Checkpoint B.
Lots of people in here.
Of course. Slayer's Boxers next, Tasteless.
No, they're here for you and me, Dan.
Oh. Why aren't they looking at us then?
Silly guy. Because I'll get back to you on that. I know that we're sitting above higher than them because, we're kind of like the Dalai Lama and we're really important. But
okay.
I'll figure that out later. We're too awesome to look at.
We're too something to look at.
We're too something, that's for sure. Now, it's a one-on-one map, so you know right up the bat where your opponent is. So, you see the Zerg scout this way. Oftentimes, they swing it across over to this region, as long as they can get it over there in time. And then park the Overlord back here to check the minerals to make sure they know when the Terran's going to expand. The next Overlord is usually parked somewhere around here. Sometimes they peek in this way to see if they can see what the tech is going to be.
And oftentimes it is also placed a little bit down at the choke, like right about there.
Right there is quite good,
Definitely want to try to see if you can see any add-ons at the choke. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
It's a good place
especially
to park
in this spot.
Yeah. You basically eventually want Overlords surrounding everything around their base to see any drops coming out, to poke in various angles, to scout, all sorts of good stuff. So we do see a hatchery first build by Czech. This is the one map where it really is okay to hatchery first. It's not really that risky. Terran has to do something pretty outlandish to take it out.
Zerg expands right away. Czech has been right on top of unique Zerg builds since the beta, and he certainly hasn't faded away at all. Now on the Team Prime, we already saw one Prime taken out. There's not many Primes left. They are going extinct pretty fast. They are going out of style faster than Pogs right now. So hopefully we'll see Czech keep them alive. Fast Command Center.
All right. Fast Command Center plus the gas. Getting that a tech lab. Probably going to pop out a Reaper. Harass just a little bit and scout what's going on.
Reaper's the best way, I think, to get a fast command center up against Zerg because it puts all the attention to the Zerg's base and takes it away from yours.
Yeah, that's quite true.
Thank you.
Especially when they go hatchery first, because then the Zergling speed is slower. You know, when Zergling speed is out, slow Reapers are not all that great.
That's quite true. And already getting stim here. I'm sorry, he's actually not getting a Reaper. Well, now I look bad.
That's interesting that he's getting actually a Marauder first and stim quite quickly. It's almost like a quick Terran versus Protoss expansion where you get that Marauder out right away.
Sometimes we've seen stuff similar to this in TBT.
Yeah, time to time.
You all right, buddy? You still sick?
Just a little bit. Almost better. Thank you for all the well wishes, everyone.
No problem.
Not you, Tasis. Everyone else.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Now, we have 2 expansions, 2 bases, rather, coming up here, and he's droning up pretty hard.
And Czech is getting Zergling speed right now.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you do want to do. Got to have that Zergling speed to react to any threats. They make pretty darn good scouts as well. Marauders and Marine coming out, clearing out those 2 Zerglings. It's got to be careful, though. If Czech figures out exactly what's going on, he might make a round of Speedlings, and Marauders, not really that great against Speedlings, especially in very low numbers. When they get a little bit bigger, and you can't surround them as many, because they're in a big ball, they become a lot better against Zerglings. Still not that great, but right now, as is, just a couple of rounds of Speedlings could really mess up Destination.
Okay. Destination moving out with some Lings, and now making a Baneling's nest. I don't know about this. Well, I mean, it could be good if he keeps making Marines, but if he keeps making Marauders...
Well, that is the thing, and with Stim already done, he can definitely out-micro any Banelings.
Yeah.
Well, that's if his micro is really sick.
And he has a War 3 player, so...
Yeah, Czech, known for having really good micro. And Czech really wants to do this high economy aggression.
Uh-oh. Oh!
All right.
No, who's going to win this if he has to get on the side of the Marines?
Yeah, but, using 2 different moves in there, 2 different move commands, he took a lot of damage. You actually need to have a lot of Zerglings to do something like that, because everything is packed together so tightly with the Terran. A lot of it you're not getting the surface area on. The DPS of the Marines is really good. The armor of the Marauders, the health of the Marauders helps them stay alive longer. So that was not a good move by Czech at all. It didn't help at all.
I hate to be hard on the guy, but that was pretty damn bad.
It's definitely going to make his job a lot harder, as this looks like it's going to just be a timing push comes through. In fact, yeah, he has a lot of barracks, Tasteless.
I know he's got 5. Look at this guy.
Pretty sick. 3 reactors out of those 5, so his supply is just going to go up, up, up. Now, Czech is actually getting
lots of
a
Banelings.
3rd hatchery down at the gold base, Tasteless.
Take a look-see there.
And no layer, so this is so dangerous. Look at this. Here he goes. Scanning in. Going to take out the creep tumors. And if he micros correctly against non-speeded Banelings, we may see Czech die pretty quick. But we'll have to see. That's a lot of Banelings. Wow.
He wants to get a squash off sandwich. The Lings are not exactly in good position.
Oh my, good Banelings so far. And Czech looks like he will clean this up a lot easier than we thought he was going to. That was a little bit risky, I have to say, Tasteless. I feel like if we saw I'm MVP there, it might have gone a different way.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, unit controller micro is so important in a situation like this. And Czech actually might chase this guy all the way home.
Banelings going to the expansion, but there's not a lot of SCVs there because our Terran player is a little bit all in. Didn't really make much of an economy. Splitting up those SCVs decides Banelings better used elsewhere.
Oh, nice. With the Lings.
Oh, my.
At this point in time, it might be worth it to break down one of the walls here. You can keep rallying Lings in there.
Czech producing a lot of units right now, still not going for a layer. There we go, just started. He's like, oops, layer. There it is. killing off the SCVs at this expansion. So Czech in a really good spot. In fact, his supply is crushing right now. 33 against 66. Twice the supply. Finally, we're seeing a little bit better micro from our Terran player Destination.
Command center in the red.
Oh my god.
Losing HP. These Marines are actually not high on HP either. It's at 70 HP. It's burning pretty quickly. He needs to get some SCVs over there to repair it. He needs to get SCVs. Meanwhile, Link's coming inside to the main.
And Czech just running right by, outplaying this guy left and right.
He will save the command center.
Almost no supply left for our Terran.
More
I cannot
Lings.
imagine Czech losing from here.
Whoa. That is a lot of Banelings.
Yep.
25. Uh-oh. These guys are going to... There are more Banelings than there are Marines right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there are.
Oh, it does not matter what you do.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't actually matter. This one Marine's like, I got it. No. No, you don't.
Going for the SCVs now.
Oh, no.
GG. And Czech really owned that guy, Destination, so hard.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Destination, I'm sure he's good, but I don't think he's actually up to Czech's level. Czech started out a little bit bumpy. He threw away a bunch of Lings, and he still won.
That was definitely an all-in from Destination. Yeah, he threw away those Lings, but thing is, he had Stim. He didn't split well, and the Banelings got a lot of kills despite not having speed against Stim. So, if Destination had microed a lot better, then we may have seen a different outcome there. It is a possibility.
I want to take you seriously. When I look at your hair in this preview screen, you look like you have a flat top, like you're from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I swear I don't. I actually have like
only
a
when
spike.
you turn your head like this. Turn your head towards me. Look at me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
no.
It looks like you have a flat top.
And they actually, our preview screen is higher quality than what they're seeing, man.
Oh my god.
But
everything you said was correct. It's actually not a
spike.
flat top. It's a spike that comes out like this.
There it is.
It's like a shark fin, creating a rift of death wherever he goes. The game countdown has started. Let's get ready for game number 2.